Woodlands and savannas across Australia face increasing pressure from land clearing, agricultural development, and climate change. These pressures are fragmenting the natural habitat and displacing native species. Invasive species such as European rabbits, foxes, and cattle are altering the natural balance, leading to competition for food resources, predation on native wildlife, and land degradation. Invasive species like the rabbit have become a significant issue in these ecosystems. Originally introduced by European settlers, rabbits have proliferated throughout the country and caused severe damage to the landscape, overgrazing vegetation and causing soil erosion. The introduction of predatory species like foxes and cats has also led to declines in native wildlife, particularly small mammals like bandicoots and the bilby. Efforts to manage and conserve Australia's woodlands and savannas have focused on restoration programs, invasive species control, and promoting sustainable land use practices. One such initiative is the National Wildlife Corridors Plan, which aims to reconnect fragmented habitats and create safe passageways for wildlife, allowing species to migrate and breed more effectively. Fire plays a crucial role in the savanna and woodland ecosystems of Australia. Controlled burns or cultural burns, practiced for thousands of years by Indigenous Australians, are now recognized as an essential method for maintaining these ecosystems. These fire regimes help regenerate plant species, control invasive grasses, and reduce the risk of catastrophic wildfires. While fire is a natural part of these ecosystems, the increasing frequency and intensity of wildfires linked to climate change are a growing concern. The Australian bushfires in recent years have shown how devastating these fires can be for both wildlife and humans, leading to urgent calls for better fire management and habitat restoration. The alpine and mountainous regions of Australia are often overlooked when discussing the country's wildlife, yet they provide a unique and critical habitat for several specialized species. The snowy mountains in New South Wales and the Australian Alps in Victoria and the ACT are home to a range of animals adapted to cold, high-altitude environments. Despite the harsh conditions, these regions support a surprising variety of life, including unique flora, birds, and mammals. The mountain pygmy possum is one of the most notable species found in Australia's alpine areas. This small nocturnal marsupial has adapted to survive in the snow-capped mountains, where it feeds on insects, seeds, and fruits during the warmer months. During winter, the mountain pygmy possum hibernates in burrows, relying on stored fat reserves to survive the cold months. Unfortunately, this species is threatened by habitat loss and fragmentation, primarily caused by climate change and ski resort development in alpine areas. In addition to the mountain pygmy possum, the alpine regions are home to brushtail possums, ringtail possums, and the yellow-bellied glider, which are all arboreal and thrive in the forests that line the mountains. Many bird species, such as the eastern ground parrot and Australian Alps copper butterfly, are also found in these areas. Alpine ecosystems are extremely sensitive to climate change, with warming temperatures affecting the availability of food and suitable habitats for many species. Higher temperatures in the alpine regions have led to shifts in plant communities and the retreat of snow cover, which impacts species that rely on cold conditions for survival. Efforts to protect alpine ecosystems are critical to ensure the survival of the species that inhabit them. Protected areas, like the Kosciuszko National Park, offer refuges for many of these animals. Additionally, scientists are exploring conservation techniques that can help mitigate the effects of climate change, such as habitat restoration and the creation of wildlife corridors to allow for species movement to cooler areas.